I received a question about how I created some of my wood patterns in Sketchup. Now, I do have Sketchup 2015 on my computer. I believe that's the newest version. They usually send me updates. Of course, you have to pay for all this stuff. They wanted to know how I made the wood patterns, and basically you can go to the colors menu here, open that up, and let me start with the colors that they have in the color wheel. Where did that go here? Color wheel, colors. And you'll see some of these colors. I like to use these. You know, you'll see something like this, a color like this. And if you want to color the whole thing, you just double click on it or triple click on it. I forget what it is. That'll color the whole board. And this is a 2x4 I drew to scale. That's 2 inches by 4 inches by 4 foot, to give you an idea. Now here's how I get my wood patterns. I go to the bottom here. It has wood, and these look like a variety of different wood floors. You know, you can see here, you know, some of the parquet floors. What does this one say? Wood floor light, wood floor parquet, and wood floor bamboo. And here you actually have OSB. This is a wood OSB, and this is basically plywood with knots. Let me just click on the OSB and show you what that one looks like. So this would be if they had an OSB 2x4, and let's zoom in on it. You can get a pretty good idea what that looks like. And it gives you a pretty good, looks like something if you had a piece of plywood, which you can see in my videos. If I have a piece of plywood, OSB, that's a 4x8 sheet, it usually looks pretty good. Now here you have, let me double click on this. So here, to highlight this, I have to triple click it. That was a double click. I'm going to go off. This is a triple click with the mouse on the left part of the mouse, not the right part. Now I can go in and push this, and it'll give the whole, it'll provide this color for the whole board. Now I'm going to click off of it, give you an idea what it looks like here. Now I don't know if you need a green 2x4 or if you need the grains going in the wrong direction. If you need to change the directions of the grain, you will simply right-click the mouse. Okay, right-click. I guess you have to hover over the object. And then you can change the texture. Now I'm going to highlight the whole one. So I'm going to triple-click on the left part of the mouse. And then, okay, the grain's gone. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Trust me, this drives me nuts sometimes. So I'm going to select an area. Texture, you can change the position. And I'm going to right-click again, and that brings up this part where you can rotate it 90 degrees. Now you can watch the grains rotate to see how the grains change. Now I'm going to click off of it, and you can see that the grain's now going in another direction. This isn't. This is. Now I'm pretty sure that you can triple-click this to change it. I don't know why it's not doing it now. Let me try highlighting it like this. Still not doing it. Yeah, this texture thing drives me nuts when I'm trying to get it to work. Trust me, when I'm working on it, it really does. It's I don't know what it is, why it won't change the texture sometimes, and sometimes it will. Okay, now here's something else you can do. If you want the knots to be a little closer, change this number. I'm going to change it to a 2. You just seen the knots change. You've seen them get a little closer. This looks a little more realistic, you know, with the knots for this size of the board. So you'll have to mess around with this part. Now, you can also change the color. And the problem with this is if you draw, I've drawn, you know, where I have the floor framing, I have the sheathing, and then I have the wall framing, and you go in to change this. If you're using this particular color for all of your boards, it changes everything on the project that is associated with this color. But it will also, I've noticed that you can draw a board that's green, let's just say for your framing plates, and then you can take and color your wall studs. You can use a color instead of this, and then go back after you've changed the color and then select the wood again, and it separates the two. Then you can start messing around with the wood colors here. And again, that's this texture thing. It doesn't work all the time for me. And again, I'm sure it's something I don't understand. I doubt if it's the program. It's probably me. Now, you can change this, but you go to the edit area. This is to select the wood. This is the edit area, and then you can change the color of the wood, find something you want that looks more like wood, and again, you can change the pattern, the grain. You can see the grain running this way, and the grain on this plane is running this way. So if I want to change this texture, position, you can see it's different. I'm going to right click once, and then you can flip, you can rotate, you can do other things, and I really haven't dug into this, but there are other videos on it. You can rotate it 90 degrees. You can see that the whole thing, and you can actually move it too. You can move it along the plane if you want, and then simply go off and right click, and you've changed the grain of the board. So I hope that helps you. If you have any more questions, feel free to leave them in the comment area. I am not a master at this by no means, but who knows? I might be able to speed up your learning curve. So if you have any questions, I can answer them. I will be glad to answer them.